With the ability to sleep 7, a little under 33 feet, and coming in under 6,200 pounds, folks, we have the 2021 Salem Cruise Lite 282QBXL. This is an awesome quad bunk model. You have 4 beds in the back, nice big wardrobe back there, super slide helping to open up this main living space, and this one has the Versa Lounge, which we'll hit on in just a second, giving it some excellent versatility in a travel trailer a lot of times you won't find. Let's start off on the kitchen. You'll see you have an L-shaped countertop, upgraded countertop there as well, which allows you to undermount the bowl, as they have certainly done, because why wouldn't you if you have the ability to do so. You'll also see it comes with a drying rack, so if you just want to put that kind of over one bowl like this, you can still have the other one open, giving you some extra prep space while still being able to utilize the faucet. You also see right here you have good prep space. And I always like when you have something permanent. While, yes, you can use, the top right here, you can use the cooktop, I would much rather have just open countertop space, which they do give you. The backsplash, one of the things you will see is they have a large window stretching the whole way there, just letting in a ton of natural light. And they do have a little bit of extra backsplash around too, so that way it has a little nicer visual piece to it. But I really do like that window, and the window also, as you can see, does open, which can be important because as you're cooking right here, if you want to get smells out, that's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. Electrical outlet right up front. If you want to plug anything in there, you see the decorative glass here right up top. A little bit darker woodwork, but they accent, kind of accent that with the lighter countertops, the lighter flooring. You can see kind of the herringbone style flooring they use in here, which is beautiful. And the slide fascias, you will notice, are two-tone, plus they have lights in the right there in the behind the fascia to help kind of just brighten things up overall. Back to the kitchen though, you will see the microwave as well as the hood. The 3-burner cooktop, as I mentioned, is recessed with the glass cover that folds up and back just like so, and then oven underneath if you want to do some baking. Plus you have 2 drawers here, which, as I always say, you have to have at least 1 drawer to make a decent kitchen in an RV. This one has 2. You will also notice that it has enough space for a trash can. That's always a big one for me because I don't want my trash bags hanging out, so I love that that is there. The ever-chilled 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. Take a look at that. Nice and big. You get more cubic feet than you do in your standard propane electric, even though it's still basically the same size box. But because it is compressor-driven, it also cools down much quicker. And again, that runs off 12-volt, feed off your batteries. You get a couple batteries and some solar, and you can run that thing darn near indefinitely. Making our way back, let's take a look at the bathroom. It's always one of those features where you got to make sure you're going to fit, right? Whatever you're doing, you're going to got to make sure it's good. And here we are. I got good leg space, good shoulder space, a little cutout there in the countertop, but it still maintains large countertop. So if you need to set down a hairdryer, curling iron, you have space. Plus you have a cutout right underneath that. So, if you want, you can put toilet paper there, maybe some spray, whatever else you need. Just quick, easy access. Right up above the sink is your mirrored medicine cabinet. And I do like the wood surround on there as well. It's got a good look. Stepping into the shower, let's talk about shower height. So it's 6 foot tall, as you can see. I can stand up in here without having to duck down. Now I am pretty much maxing it out, but with that skylight, you can be a little bit taller. Maybe 6'1" if you stand under the skylight. Any taller than that, though, you will have to duck down there. We'll get to the Versa Lounge in just a moment. Before we do, I want to come on back into the bunk room because, again, that is one of the main features here. You have quad bunks, so plenty of space if you have a big family, if you have a lot of guests that are coming to stay, you have a lot of room. USB ports in the bunk, so if you need to plug in any electronics, you can charge phones and everything there. And if the kids grow up, let's say you get this when they're older teenagers, they grow up, they move on. Not a problem. This is perfect for an adult getaway too. Maybe, you're going on a fishing trip. Maybe you're going on a wine tour, whatever it may be. You have a ton of sleeping right back here. It's kind of like a mobile quarters. Even if you have it parked on the side of your house and you have a big event, maybe your kids are going to graduate soon. You need a place for the, some of the guests to sleep. Well, you got 4 beds right back here, which is awesome. Also in the back is a wardrobe. You got to have a place to hang clothes, right? That's one of those things a lot of times in bunkhouses are missing, but you'll see the hanging rod there, so you have a good spot to be able to have a lot of those clothes, which I said, sometimes with bunk models, we just end up missing that. Now behind the door, I do want to show you have a little bit of extra storage there that we can see. So, good storage both up and down. You kind of have the designer pulls on there, which I like. I prefer pulls over having knobs personally. Maybe it's just me, but it's just easier, it seems, to grab them and open them up. Then we take a look at the slide out itself. This, of course, is a super slide. Nice big windows, beautiful roller shades, you know, kind of that nice pattern that's on there. It's not a beige, it's not black, kind of somewhere in between, which I like. Blends in very well with the furniture here as well. And then this is the Versa Lounge. Now, the Versa Lounge is a little bit different because, again, kind of like the name implies, it is very versatile. You'll see right here, you have a U-shaped dinette and a jackknife sofa. Pretty common setup for a super slide, but what you can do is this back cushion actually pulls out. You can flip this around and put it right here, and now you have a chaise lounge, right? This chaise part with the sofa. So you have a sofa and a chaise instead of a dinette, and you kind of have like an L for the table space. But that's nice because, again, it does give you that versatility based on what your needs are. Also, it drops down into a large bed. You know, you can take the table out, drop this down. Here you have all this sleeping space, plus, you know, the the jackknife drops down just like that. So you have this just huge sleeping space all the way through here, which is pretty great. Another thing I like that they do is storage underneath. So if we take a look here, we'll drop this guy down. There we go. Take a look at that. They give you 3 bins. You don't have to go out and hunt for them. You don't have to find, you know, figure out the dimensions, the size. Is it going to fit? Is it not? You're all set. They give you 3 of them right there. Good to go. It's magnetic, nice and easy to put up and down. And you'll see they have the same style thing on the dinette here as well. So if I open this up, boom, there it is. Same thing. You have that in both sides. And I really like that just because it does make it a lot easier for storage capability, you know? Rather than just throwing a bunch of stuff in there and having a mess, you have these totes. As I said, they're already pre-sized, easy to pull out and put back in. For entertainment center, I like when manufacturers do this too. They don't frame it out. What I mean by that is, you know, they don't have some manufacturers, right, would put like extra little storage right here. And all that does for me is limit the size of my TV, right? I mean, you are somewhat limited by the size of the where the ceiling is here, but you can still fit a big TV. You can probably get a 50-inch there, I bet. And you know, and even if you don't, you still have the nice looking shiplap. It's not super, you know, it's not terrible looking, right? You can put like a picture here, have some decor there, still have a nice looking piece without having to have use a TV. But if you want it, you can put a big one there. You also see entertainment center right down underneath. This one does have HDMI input, fireplace below that, and a little spot for shoes. So if you want to come in, kick your shoes off, you can toss them right under there, which is kind of cool. And then a little bit of storage on both sides. So we make our way up into the bedroom real quick here. And come on up, show you what we got. I'll step over to the side here for you, Kev. So as you can take a look on both sides, you have mirrored wardrobes that you have a place to hang your clothes. You have the shelf going across the top there. But as you can see, as Kevin's showing you in the wardrobe itself, you have an electrical outlet. And the purpose of that is, if you can kind of see over on the sides, we have a little cubby hole. So that way you can put a CPAP machine in there, and then you can have all of your hoses and everything coming through. And so it's out of the way, right? It's tucked away. You still have a nightstand. It's not taking up your whole nightstand. And so I think that was a pretty clever thing to do. I think that was a good way to do it. You also see USB ports there in case you need to plug in cell phone or anything else if you need to charge. And underneath the bed, let me lift this up here. You can see right in there, you have some extra storage. So these are cool, right? Again, bins. You can just pull them right out. You don't have to lift the bed to access those, but when you do lift the bed, you will see that you get shared access with that pass-through storage space. So, you know, a couple different access points to be able to get to whatever you put in there. Now, as we take a step outside, see a couple different features here, which are pretty great. The first one being your steps. You'll see you have the upgraded steps. Nice thing about these, they're easy to put away, easy to fold out, adjustable feet, aluminum treads on there, so it's not going to rust, grip tape so you have good traction when entering or exiting the RV. Coming around to the front, power tongue jack, of course, making life a little bit easier when you're connecting or disconnecting from your RV. You'll see the diamond plate helping to protect that front end. And then you'll have the smooth aluminum front here as well, which is going to not only look nicer, but also be easier to clean. You know, as you're driving down the road, all those bugs are going to get smashed on the front. You want it to be as easy to clean as possible, and this will certainly do that. Coming around to the side, solar prep. If you want solar, all you have to do is buy portable panels, plug it in right there. That will trickle charge your battery. And if we take a look here, you can see that pass-through storage. And again, folks, this is that same access we saw from underneath the beds. You have a few different places at which you can get to those items. Power awning right here with an LED light strip. You'll also see the speakers are backlit, you know, just a nice little extra aesthetic piece. Making our way back a little bit further here, if you want TV, you will have TV hookup. And you get an outside kitchen, which I absolutely love. It's one of the things that I really enjoy about having a bunk model is a lot of times it gives you the ability to have this. You have a pull-out griddle, a fridge right there, so you can have some, you know, juice, soda, whatever else you want out here. And if you take a look underneath, it's a little dirty. We need to wash it off, but you will see the JT strong arms. So what these do is when your stabilizer jacks drop down, right now these will help form a triangle from the jack back up to the frame. So it'll help stabilize that even more. So that really makes it so the RV isn't rocking when you're inside. But folks, again, this is just one of many Salems that we have, right? The Forest River Salem Cruise Lite 282QBXL. This is a quad bunk. Folks, you can pick this one up starting at under $29,000 or as little as $7.17 a day. If you're interested in this one, simply text the word RV to 46642 or drop RV in the comments section below. And folks, whether it's this Salem or another Salem or any other RV that you've seen, or even if you didn't see one today, let's say you're working with a dealership and you think you have the best deal possible, we'll put it to the test. If you text the word deal, D-E-A-L, to that 46642, we guarantee we can get you a better deal on an apples for apples unit, or we'll give you $1,000 in your pocket, folks. That's basically paying for your first trip and everything you need for your RV. So put us to the test. We'll make sure we get you the best deal out there. And if you're still in the beginning stages and you want some more help, no problem. Text that word FRESH to 46642 and we will help walk you through and show you all the different options available, whether it's rear bath, front bath, quad bunk, whatever it may be. We're here for you.